Thanks for the support as a channel member, Tom Eilert. Well, with 2 games to go until the end of the season, we find ourselves top of the Premier League, knowing that we could win the league for the first time in our history today, but it's also still mathematically possible for us to finish as low as 6th. We've always been a one extreme or the other kind of channel. I just hope it's the extreme I want. Hello and welcome to part 145 of Bourne Again. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our final 2 games of the league season. We're away against Arsenal. We're at home against Manchester City. And since you were last with me, things have happened. As you can see, we're top of the Premier League, but only just. This is what the league table looks like. We're top, 83 points, with 2 games left to play. Manchester United second, 82 points, but they played one more game. That one more game was them beating Southampton 8-0 in their most recent game. Manchester City, 1 point behind us, but also 2 games to play. But we play them in the second half of this episode in the last game of the season. And the first game is against Arsenal, who are on 79 points, so 4 points behind us, still 2 games to play, knowing that if they beat us, they've still got a good chance of winning the league as well. I know I mentioned mathematically we could still finish as low as 6th. Looking at that, Tottenham have actually played one more game in this, so it's actually as low as 5th. And with the goal differences, it's unlikely we're not going to finish in the Champions League, but it's not actually guaranteed yet. So I'm hoping we're about to win the league. But let's have a little look at what's been going on since you were last with me. I think the last game you saw, we played Wolves. So that was the last game you saw. Since then, Manchester United beat Birmingham 4-0. We then beat West Ham 3-0 away. I think that was the point that we went top of the league. And then beat Bourne. We're Bourne. We then beat Derby 3-0 at home. That was probably the point we went top of the league, actually, because we had some games in hand to play. United then lost to Norwich while Arsenal were beating Birmingham. And later that day, Manchester City beat Crystal Palace. None of those games mattered. Chelsea aren't in it, so they don't matter. And then we've got earlier today where United won 8-0 over Southampton to really put a marker down that they're not out of all this yet. And then we play Arsenal. I think Manchester City play tomorrow against Chelsea. It's very much all to play for. This is the team that's going to go out there to try and win us the league. So we've got Paqueta in goal, a back four of Guiladucci, Da Silva, Diaz and Arango, Bonilla at the base of the midfield, Steinman and Addo ahead of him, and then Cook and Sernajaki supporting Gomez up front. We are playing the balanced mentality. We've done it a couple of times in some of the bigger games recently. We did it in the West Ham game. I think we did it in the Chelsea game back there. We're certainly doing it for this match, and there's a very good chance we'll probably do it on the last day of the season as well, depending on how things go. We've then, of course, got an FA Cup final to come as well at some point, and that'll be Monday's episode. But we're not even thinking about that yet. I will happily sacrifice the FA Cup for a chance at winning the league. So, Sarmiento, why is he on the bench if he's not fit to play? Who picks this bench? What a monster. There you go. Juninho can come up onto the bench in his stead. Let's get into the game and let's just cross everything. We are crossing absolutely everything. It's difficult playing before Manchester City, although I guess we play them on the last day. So priority really, with United having played one more, we could potentially clinch the title with a win here. I don't think we can we? Can we? I haven't even looked at the mathematics of that side of things. I'm looking at how we do it over 2 games. I guess if we do win, we're 4 points clear of... No, City could still catch us. We can't win the league today. My point that I was trying to make was a draw here is fine. It rules out Arsenal. United could theoretically still win the league. Actually, I don't think they can, because for them to go above us, we'd have to lose, and that would involve City winning, which would put City above them, assuming City win their game against Chelsea tomorrow. But if we pick up a draw here, I think we've got a game. I think we've got goals advantage over City, and we play them on the last day anyway. So a draw here and then a win over City on the last day, that will be enough. There's a chance that we could draw both games and that be enough. We've got ourselves into a strong position, being in possession of the top of the table at this stage of the season, not to be sniffed at. But of course, a defeat here, and all of a sudden, it makes things very difficult for us, because it then means the title could go to any one of the 4. Manchester United are then brought back into it, Arsenal playing themselves back into it, And we don't want any of that nonsense. Right, Cook is in here. He's on his own. There's no one in the middle for him to square that to. I'm not quite sure why Gomez had dropped so deep, but he wasn't up there getting involved in the attack the way we'd normally expect him to. But Cook's got it again, and this time does have the support. He's taken it wide. Oh my word, it's gone in at the near post. I was all ready to scream at that boy for not squaring it to Gomez, and somehow he's forced it past the goalkeeper at that near post. That's a fantastic goal. We've seen him try the exact same thing a minute ago. He looked like he'd taken it wide in anticipation of a cross. Their keeper is not going to be happy at all with what he's just done, but I'm absolutely delighted with him. Lovely work from Headley. He's my new favourite Premier League goalkeeper, obviously with the exception of Bakita. Bakita's lovely. Well, we are ahead, which, as it stands, means the game against City on the last day will be a title decider, because this will rule out United and Arsenal from being able to challenge. Of course, there is the possibility that if we win today and then City lose tomorrow, we win the league without playing, which it feels a bit anticlimactic. I kind of want it to go to the last day, but at the same time, I just want the trophy. I don't care. But the idea of the Premier League trophy being at Milking Nook on the last day, and whoever wins that game being presented with it, it makes it feel like a cup final, and that makes it fun. But forget fun, let's just win the league. We'll happily win it without playing. Jackie, with a rare poor pass there, has left us in a little bit of trouble. De Silva luckily deals with it, and Addo tries to clear, looking for where Jackie should be. He wasn't, but he was there to pick up the clearance from the Arsenal defender. Cook's got the ball again. Cook is well up for it today, and Lee Cook has scored again. His second of the game, his 9th of the season. Lee Cook is stepping up and making himself a Bourne Town legend with this performance today. This is incredible from Cook. Remember, Cook is a good 3 years younger than Jackie. We give Jackie so much praise, but Cook's younger. Cook's English. Cook's an English left winger. Have you ever heard of such a thing? I mean, the English golden generation would have loved to have him around. Would have won the World Cup with Lee Cook if he was 30 years younger. My word, 2-0 to Bourne, and Arsenal have an awful lot to do now. But we are, I am feeling the nerves now. My watch won't stop vibrating. My car's in for a service. I'm getting a call from the garage any time now. I'm on alert for pausing. I can't cope with all of this. How much is my car going to be? Are we going to win the league? I don't know what I'm more worried about. Oh, my word. Arsenal attacking down the left-hand side. And we need to get a tackle in there. We don't, and we've given them a free header, but thankfully they've squandered it. It's eluded Bakita, but has come back off the crossbar, and we get away with one a little bit there. Where is Mr. Big Game player Christian Gomez? Why has he not turned up today? This feels like the stage is set for a Gomez hat-trick, unless he's saving it for City. Right, don't let your performance levels drop, boys. This has been fantastic so far. One of you in particular has been absolutely phenomenal. Diaz now with the long throw, looking for Jackie. It falls to Steinman, who's got time on the edge of the area to decide what he wants to do with it. He plays it back out to Diaz, who's really the last man we want to be getting this cross in, but somehow manages to find Jackie with it, who inexplicably gives it back to Diaz, who's going to try and beat his man. Obviously he can't, because he's a centre-back. Why did we give the ball back to him? And, is that De Silva or Arango? Whoever it was, moving through treacle, it was Arango. He does manage to get in to clean up his own mess with a goal line clearance. But Arango moved so slowly there. But we've now got a counter-attack of our own. Gomez just... I guess that's experience from Gomez. We're 2-0 up. Let's not worry about counter-attacking. Let's just slow things down, get the defence reorganised. He plays it back to Bonilla, which is always the right thing to do. If in doubt, give it to the playmaker. And now Addo's got the chance for a counter-attack. Gomez is charging ahead of him. Jackie and Cook are both with him as well. He goes for Gomez, who spins round his man. Gomez shoots, but it's saved by the Arsenal goalkeeper. That felt like an opportunity to put us home and dry. You wouldn't expect Gomez to miss a chance like that. I'm not quite sure what's got into him today, but I think we are going to take him off. We've got Soma down there on the bench who's ready to come on, and come on he will. My assistant manager thinks... Apologies, you've just seen a jump cut. I just spat halfway through a word by mistake. I'm so excited. My assistant manager thinks Juninho should be the one coming on. My assistant manager... not the smartest man in the world. Ricardo's going to come on for Steinman, just allowing Addo to be that box-to-box midfielder. It's just for energy in the midfield more than anything. Let's drop some more praise. Keep praising them. We're 2-0 up against... Remember, this is the Arsenal team that will run away Premier League champions last year. Ricardo's in. That's probably offside. We're going back to the referee. It is offside. See, I've learned not to even celebrate him anymore. Why do I bother with these long throws? 9 times out of 10, it's a counter-attack or an offside goal. It's that 1 in 10 where we score that makes me persist with them. Right, final change. Bonilla is tiring. We don't have another midfielder to come on though, so he's just going to have to. In fact, you know what? We've got Nixon Burke. It's very, very rare I do this, but we're going to go to 5 at the back. We've got our young. In fact, we'll leave him up there. We've got our young libero, Nixon Burke. We'll just put him as a ball player on cover. We're not going to get silly about it. He can do that. And then we're just going to drop back to cautious. Ricardo can drop back to support as well. Let's add a bit of time wasting on. That's the stuff. That's what I'm talking about. As we just try and see the game out. If we mess this up from here, I'll be furious. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Give me more praise. Praise. There you go. Praise is forthcoming, but Arsenal have another free kick. We shouldn't be conceding from set pieces with a flat back 5. I'll be very, very upset if we concede a set piece goal with all these defenders on the pitch. That would be ridiculous. Nixon Burks, just come on, calm as you like, just composed. He's another good young English player, and that was far better than I possibly could have hoped for. An absolutely sensational result. And now, is there any chance Chelsea do us a favour? Well, there you go. We've qualified for the Champions League. That's a positive. We've been given a nice big budget because we behaved and cleared off the debt, or some of the debt. Anyway, we've now got a nice big transfer budget regardless of what happens. A decent increase in wage budget as well. So we've got an interesting summer coming up. But can we win the league? Come on, Chelsea. And if that doesn't work, let's just draw against Man City. Right, I don't want to risk finding out we've won the league without you, so we're going to hit continue together here. Man City versus Chelsea, just a reminder of what the situation is. I think even a draw. Goal difference. A draw won't mathematically do it, but a draw means nothing really. We need Chelsea to win. A Chelsea win and we win the league. Anything else and it goes down to the last game. Come on, Chelsea. It's going to the last game then, boys and girls. Wasn't even close. Well, this is going to be the big one at Milking Nook on the last day. So just the one change for the Manchester City game then, and you're not going to like it. Soma's coming in for Gomez. Here's your reason why. Soma was playing regularly until we hit this business end of the season where he's been replaced by Gomez for the last 4 or 5 games. But up until that point, he'd been scoring almost every game. And then it got to big game time and I just kind of chickened out and put Gomez back in. But look at that goal record since he returned from his injury, being able to speak English. That's Soma. If we look at Gomez over the same period, and obviously during that period, Soma was in the team, so Gomez wasn't playing. But we've had Gomez back in for these 4 games now. Although he's only... So he's played 2. He's played 2 of the 4, and scored in one of them. Hold on, I might have to rethink this again. Because he's played all 4 of them and not scored. You know what? I'm saying changing it back. I'm so indecisive. I'm changing it back. Gomez plays for old time's sake. He's 5 goals off being top scorer in the Premier League. Double hat-trick incoming for 5 in a first league title and 5 in a row. Golden boots for Gomez. We can smell it. We know it's coming. Right. What do I even say? Carry on where we finished off last match is a pretty good bet. Now we've stayed with the balanced, which is a risk. It's a big risk because normally at home we'd always go attacking. But we're just going to go in there balanced, feel the game out and adjust accordingly. That's the plan. If it looks like City are getting too much of the ball and we're not getting any attacks in, then we'll go attacking and try and grab ourselves a goal. But we scored 3 goals against West Ham playing balance. We scored, was it twice against Arsenal? We've literally just played it. My brain is awful. Cross comes over looking for Gomez. Can't quite find him. Cook is there again. Hopefully Cook is as up for it today as he was in that last game. De Silva. Oh, my word. He's lucky he's as good as he is, because he got away with that one just through his own talent. Cook is in again here, though. This time, surely he squares it for Gomez. He doesn't. Cook just... I know you squeezed one in the last game. That was too close for comfort. Far too close for comfort. It's still 0-0 as we hit 20 minutes. And the ball is free with Gilarducci. Of course, the former Manchester City man, as is Steinman. Both of them were at City. Couldn't really get... Although Steinman did get games. I think we all established Steinman must have fallen out with someone at City. Even though he's been a model pro for us for 2 years. He's our captain now. He does spend too much time with his back to goal, like you've just seen there. But that aside, we love him. Gilarducci couldn't ever get a game at City. And now they're... And Diaz is a former City player as well. There's 3 former Manchester City players in this team. And there's one they'd love to have. Cernajacki charging through. Plays it into Christian Gomez. Is it onside? It didn't feel onside. We've gone back to the referee. It's my first instinct every time we score a goal now, better check. There's so many disallowed goals in FM at the moment. I don't know if you're getting this in your saves. We talked about it a little bit on stream the other day. The link is down below. Twitch, 4 nights a week. 'Tis good. But we all seem to be getting a lot more disallowed goals lately. I don't know if it's been patched to give more of them, which would seem like a weird thing, or if more likely some other update or patch has kind of indirectly led to more disallowed goals. But it's very frustrating. Cook now, charging forward again. He cuts through the team the way Cernajacki does. He just doesn't quite have the same end product yet. Although, I mean, it's not a fair thing to say after what we saw him do in the last match, but that was a bit of a soft effort. I actually think he'd be good on the right-hand side, cutting in the way Cernajacki does. That's the problem. They're both left-footers, and that ultimately might be the problem with Soma, because he's a left-footer as well. And if we have all of our front 3 as left-footers, it's not ideal. We're not doing too badly. If everyone continues to work hard, we'll win this. That's gained them confidence. This is good. Do we push on and go a little bit more attacking and try and win the game? Or do we continue to sit knowing that a draw wins us the league? That's the difficulty I'm in. I think we go positive. I'm just afraid of that happening. Oh, it's been disallowed. But all the same, I'm afraid of it happening. That time, I thought they'd given it. I thought he'd given it. No, it's well offside. Right, I'm terrified of that happening. So we are going to try and push on for a goal of our own. At which point, Gomez is going to come off. Soma can come on. Probably should have gone with my instincts there at the start of the day. Why is Addo all the way up here? Oh, that's where he's supposed to be. I was thinking that was striker. And then the 2 wingers. And I thought Addo was on the wing somehow. We'll take Cook off. Bring on Ricardo. He can come in there as the inverted winger. Right, come on, boys. Get creative. I don't want to go too gung-ho, because ultimately, if City aren't going to attack us, we can just settle for this and win the league. There's 10 minutes left for us to hold on. Show some passion. Oh, it's going to be a late winner one way or the other, isn't it, to decide this? I can sense it. Football Manager has more twists yet. It's not going to let this just play out as a draw. Right, there's Ricardo. Looking up for options. Finds De Silva, who gives it to Gilarducci. Back to De Silva. Get the ball forward, you idiots. Get the ball forward. Forward. Diaz, turn. Get it forward. There you go. Cernajacki's got the ball. And he's just going to run. In fact, no, he's not. He's going to play it over the top looking for Soma, but couldn't quite get there. And now City are in, and this is awful. Bakita makes the save. Oh, my word. De Silva clears, but only as far as Cernajacki, who knows that in a situation like that, just hit it really hard. Ricardo desperately trying to keep it in. Don't bother. Just let the ball be far away from our goal. It doesn't matter when, where, how, why. Just get it far away. There's 10 seconds left. We've won the league. We've won the actual league. I think this is the first season we've had the kits on. The kits are lucky, clearly. Well. We've won the league. I did not expect that. I certainly didn't expect to do it like that. We have limped over the line. But to be fair, it wasn't even our line to limp over. That is a season. We've been there for the last 4 or 5 matches. And we talked about needing to have a long consecutive winning run a couple of episodes ago. In the end, we won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We won 9 games in a row. Well, 7 Premier League games in a row and then drew the last one. But we've won the league. 19 seasons after starting down in Tier 10, we have won the Premier League. What? Oh, I was going to say, did we win it last year and I forgot? No, it's showing it twice for some reason. I'm not sure why. Not going to argue. We'll take 2. Has it awarded us 2? Are we a 2-time Premier League winner? I'm comfortable with that. Let's have a look at our competitions. Come on, glitches ahoy. No, we've only won it once. Bah. Well, that must have got a few more players onto the Legends list. Arango's made it onto favoured personnel with Jackie and Gomez. These two need to be moving over here. Jackie in particular. When he eventually leaves, he should be leaving as a legend. Let's just hope he's not leaving this summer. There we go then. We've won the league. And in the next episode, which of course will be a premiere because it's a cup final, we have the opportunity to win a domestic double, which is just unthinkable, but would be very, very cool. I'm speechless. I'm kind of stunned into silence. I'm more subdued than I would expect to be. But I didn't expect to do it. I had an excuses speech prepared. Brilliant. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.